Shape number 4 is below, and we start over here where the straight line just meets the curve. So if I zoom in, you can tell right about here, and it can be changed later, we're going to click and pull click to about 1230. So if that's 12, this is about 1230 right there. Okay, so let's just start right there. Over here, it says pull click to about 4 o'clock, right about here. We don't have to fix the curve, we just have to pull click to 4 o'clock. We can fix it later. Then Option or Alt pull click to about 1 o'clock. Then move it over. Over here it says pull click to 4, right where the curve is, right there. So let's pull click to 4, leave it real short like that, okay? Now it says to just re-click the point to get rid of this handlebar, because as we said before, this is a straight line. So let's click it. Now it says to just click the point. Don't shift click, just click the point, okay? Now it says to pull click to about 8 or 8:30. So I'll Option pull click, or I can just pull click out of that point till about 8. So here's about 8:30 right there, okay? You want to lay it on the top of that curve, just the handlebar. Now we go all the way, and this is where you're going to have an issue. Where do these points go? Right here. Okay, where does point number 5 go and point number 6? They go where there's no curve. So if I take this being the bottom curve, and I take this being the top curve, find the void area between the two of them. You can move it later, but it wants to pull till about 11 o'clock, just like this. Then move over to point 6. Again, find where there's no, this, if I click here, I'm on the bottom curve. If I click here, I'm on the top curve. So the middle of it, or where there's no curve, is about right there. It can be fixed later. So let's leave it right there. Now, let's just move this over. And let's go now, click and move this over, and let's pull till 7. So let's click right there and pull till about 7. If that's 6, then that's about 7 right there. Okay, now it says, if I move this over, it says, oh, it said pull click to 8. I am so sorry. That's 0.7, and it's pull click till 8. See it right there? Pull click till 8. Then it says to re-click the point, which I did, and shift click back on point 1. So let's shift click back on point 1. Now again, it kind of ruined this one, but we don't care because we can just use the direct select tool. So now we just have to make sure these points are on the line and in the right place. We have that issue of another handlebar right here, which no big deal. We'll just pull it straight down with the anchor point tool. Okay, so let's just pick up that point with the A key. So I'll pick up the point, I'll click away, I'm sorry, and click back. See how I can click away and click back to make sure that's the only point selected? So I click away, and I'll try to put it right where that straight line stops and the curve begins. Okay, now let's go over here, zoom in, pull it away, and put it back. That's about correct right there. Now let's go over here. Let's make sure that we're right where the curve ends and the straight begins, which is right there. Let's go over to here, zoom in. I'm going to pull it away. Don't hold any key down because you'll make a double one, right? And let's go like this. Remember, if you're in the A key, which is the direct select, and you hold Alt or Option, you'll just make a double, right? So let me Control Z or Command Z back. So let's go over to here. I already know that's in about the right place. I already know that's in about the right place. So I think we're ready to go. I'll save the file. Now, starting here, let's fix this corner. So let's zoom in. Let's take this one and have it go up to about 1230, right about there. Now we'll play with both handlebars, and we'll see if we can get it to be just about right. Wow, that's just about right. And now you can see I've got that one just about right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Please don't try to make it perfect. It's not going to ever be exactly perfect. That's close enough. Now, I'll move over to here. Let's take this one. Again, we have to take the same responsibility or the same length of handlebar, and let's pull it up. That's about right there, and a little bit down farther, and a little bit over to the left. Oops, I missed. So let's grab this one and go over to the left, and now that's pretty. It's very much close enough. Okay, let's go down here. Let's click this one, and let's pull over here. Now, I'm going to give you a little hint if I have an issue. Okay, so here's how we solve the things. You'll just see. So let me just concentrate on the bottom curve and not care about the top curve. So let me get the bottom curve correct. Okay, so now the bottom curve is almost correct right there. Now, watch what happens sometimes. If I grab this and I pull, the bottom one moves. See how it moves? Okay, so if I can't get it right, see how it moved right here? I'm going to gently, without taking the handlebars too far off parallel, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the anchor point tool, and I'm going to split this handlebar just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not letting me grab it. There we go. And now I've split it. Now if I, Now, if I go back to this one and use the direct select tool, did you hear that? I used the anchor point tool for a second. Now I'm going to fix this one, and we'll do the same thing on this curve. So look at how I pull it down. I can use a bigger Illustrator board, so I just made the window slightly bigger. Now I pull this one down. I'll pull this one up. And then if I have to, I'll split that one as well. So let me move this one a little bit over, and see how I still have these handlebars here pretty darn parallel. Okay, now let's pull this one down and to the right, and this one up just a tiny bit, just a hair's breadth. Okay, let me grab it again, and right there. Now let's go over here and let's fix the top one. But you know what I'm going to do right away? I'm going to grab the convert tool, and I'm going to just split this one a little bit. See how I did that? But don't stay in that tool. Get out of that tool. Get back into the direct select tool and finish your edit. And see how relatively easy this one was. If we use the trick, I just want you to hear this. Yes, I split these handlebars. See? They're split. See? I'll Command Z back in place. But I made sure they were less than 5 degrees off of parallel. So if yours has a kink in the line right here, and you split your handlebars, it might mean, let me move this over, it might mean that you had it too high up here, or it might mean that you had it too low down there. So I'm going to Command Z back until it's back in the right place, but you can see it needs to be where there's no curve. So where the curves meet is where the point goes, pretty much. And now let's go over here, and you can see I've got that shape beautiful. So now on to the next one, and we'll see what we can do.